With 8 years of real estate experience and deep roots in Alliance, Heather Prince is more than just your local realtor. She's a proud graduate of Alliance High School and the University of Mount Union. She is also a lifelong supporter of her community. As a dedicated Homes for Heroes affiliate, Heather is honored to give back to those who serve. Teachers, healthcare professionals, firefighters, and EMTs, along with law enforcement who buy or sell a home with Heather, will receive a special reward check after closing. A heartfelt thank you for their service. Local, loyal, here for our heroes. Thinking of making a move? Contact Heather today. Heather Prince with Howard Hanna Real Estate Services, your hometown real estate experts.
It's a big night here at Marlington High School for both of the schools on hand. Marlington 6-0 in EBC play. They look to pretty much wrap up the conference tonight, albeit not mathematically. As for West Branch, a win here, and they are back in the thick of the EBC race. It's the Dukes and the Warriors up next on SmeeSports.
Yeah, thank you. I just want to say first, all glory to God. Without him, I am nothing.
Back into left field. Say goodnight to that baseball.
This is another one. It's back to back jacks for KSU Tuscarawas. He's the point, and it's alive. Hanson pushes it over. Unbelievable. We play on. It's blocked. We're tied. We're tied. Unbelievable.
Live from Marlington High School in Alliance, this is OHSAA Volleyball on SmeeSports in partnership with Spectrum Channel 1022 Alliance. Good evening, everybody. He's Cooper Fontaine. I am Nathan Smee on the call for you. It's a great matchup tonight in Alliance, Ohio. It's the Dukes. They are the undisputed champs from last year, and even this year so far undisputed. But West Branch, they're putting in their dispute tonight once again.
Absolutely. I mean, you look at both these teams, Marlington 6-0 in the EBC, West Branch just behind them at 5-1. Like you said, this is not to mathematically decide the conference, but likely whoever wins today will have the momentum going into the end of the season to close out the EBC.
And speaking of momentum, that leads into my question for you. Marlington has won 8 straight games. West Branch, they have won 3 straight games. How do you establish momentum tonight going up against a team who is on a big winning streak?
Well, we saw it last time Marlington played here. The Warriors just they got out fast in a lot of their sets and got out to an early lead. But I think that for the mindset that you need to have against the Dukes is it's a marathon, not a sprint. Because you need to be able to play the long game against, a team with such a deep roster. Callie Young, Danica Sarshone, Gianna Bogunovic, all great players and all some of the best in Stark County, definitely some of the best in the EBC. You need to have a deep roster and be able to play for, you need to be able to go all 5 sets. You need to have that kind of mentality to beat the Dukes. And ultimately, I think the West Branch Warriors could do that. Like I said, they're 5-1 in the EBC, 9-5 on the season, just a little bit behind the Marlington Dukes. They are a great team, both good teams here. This is going to be one of the best matchups that we've seen all year. I know we had a great game against Carrollton, but this could be a competitor to that one.
And I think we both talked about it before going on air. If tonight's match goes into a 5th set, I wouldn't be by any means surprised.
No, and I think it might be a little similar to that Alliance Minerva game that we called where it was just back and forth, extremely competitive going into, I believe that one went to 4 sets.
And it did, a very close 4 sets, albeit Alliance, they got the opener in that one. Then Minerva at the end was able to win the final 3. But tonight, it's all about momentum. It's all about the EBC. And for Marlington, they have a student section. It's an orange out night. It's all about winning the EBC for the 9th straight season. With a win tonight, 1 foot will be into that door. We'll toss it downstairs to the boys basketball coach here at Marlington, Nick Evanich, and he will give us our pregame announcements.
Ladies and gentlemen, Marlington High School welcomes you to this interscholastic contest between the West Branch Warriors and your Marlington Lady Dukes. To honor America, please stand and join in the playing of our national anthem. Tonight's game is sponsored by the Ohio High School Athletic Association. Your attendance and support of the student athletes and coaches is appreciated by both schools. Though both teams are rivals, they are expected to display good sportsmanship throughout the contest. We request the same of all fans. Everyone in attendance is reminded to respect the game. The officials signed this game have met the requirements set by the OHSA and have been assigned based upon a process approved by the OHSA's Board of Directors. The officials for tonight are Tom Krupar, Earl Pugh, Rick Kohut, and John Vodopich. Now let's meet the players for today's game. First for the West Branch Warriors. Number 2, Kendall Hoops. Number 4, Aislinn Ring. Number 5, Eliana Biscup. Number 7, Audrey Ring. Number 12, Abigail Janasic. Number 14, Madeline Hoops. Number 15, Kendall Cayley. Number 17, Neely Gruber. Number 20, Renee Emmons. Number 22, Sydney Lane. Number 24, Chloe Sainer. Number 27, Kaylin Fritz. And now for your Lady Dukes, led by head coach Stephanie Tortola, assisted by Amy Coleman, Casey Krupko, and Zoe Penn. Number 1, Annalise Guapone. Number 16, Mia Moss. Number 5, Reese Megan. Number 18, Rosalind McCarty. Today's starters for the Dukes. Number 11, Chloe Evanich. Number 23, Callie Young. Number 2, Amaya Sickles. Number 9, Justine Doringo. Number 3, Marissa Castro. Number 13, Danica Sarchon. Number 10, Gianna Bogdanovich. Good luck, ladies.
Well, it has happened. Evanich in the starting lineup.
Yeah, and she's been great. The freshman putting on a great season so far, a huge pivotal piece for the Lady Dukes.
And the way that we saw Chloe play in the last game last Thursday against Carrollton, I don't think you're surprised to see her make that jump, even though she's a freshman. And at Marlington, if you are starting as a freshman, you are a top-tier talent.
Yeah, we talked about it again last game. It is an absolute machine here from top to bottom. To be a freshman in the starting lineup, there's got to be something special. I think it's in the Evanich blood.
I mean, that family has maybe the biggest legacy at Marlington High School of all time. An argument can be made. And it's not just players, it's coaches too.
That's right.
I know Nick Evanich now with 250 career wins with the boys basketball team. Got to that figure last season. And that came in a win against Canton South, which was also senior night as well. That was a fun night to be here. That was actually our last boys basketball game that we did for Marlington. So we do remember that one somewhat well. But as for this matchup, you look at West Branch and the edge that they do have in this game, it's simple. You look at the assist category, Hoops has 141, Ring has 166. You see that they both play as setters. If you can have two setters in your lineup, that makes you that much more dangerous.
Yeah, and just that ability to dish the ball around a little more, I feel like I was talking about in the pregame, a little more depth in the roster, at least being able to put assists on the board, can be huge for the Warriors.
Bogdanovich on the far side gets us underway with a return. An excellent dig by West Branch, but the whistle had blown before it, and the opening point goes to the Marlington Dukes. And it'll be Chloe Evanich back deep to serve, around a 80% point percentage last time out for her on serves. This time it goes into the net to get her night underway, and we are tied up at 1. And I think the biggest player in that Carrollton game was our player of the game in Danica Sarshone. 23 kills. You look at her average now, 3.9 kills per set.
And she's always been a huge piece, but especially in that Carrollton game, I mean, she put on a monster performance.
You can argue without Danica on the court that Marlington would have lost that match.
Yeah, it was very close through all sets.
Durango pushes it over into no man's land, and the Dukes are on top early.
And that's something we see a lot from Durango is those little push floaters, and she's so great at them, just putting right in between a few defenders where no one can get it.
Justine Durango also known for her ability on the softball diamond. It is Marissa Casto, the sophomore, back deep to send it over for the Dukes. Good dig by the libero Sanor, and there is the return. 2-1 Marlington on top in set number 1. Bogdanovich on the far side overhits it, and we are tied up at 2. This is what we expect from this matchup. Back and forth play. Nothing out of the ordinary through 4 serves.
Yeah, and I think this is exactly where West Branch wants to be. Being able to force 2 points off of errors, that could be huge for them.
Sent over by Janosic. Janosic so far this year, 3 assists, 51 digs, 12 blocks, 104 kills for West Branch. Digged by Sickles, but out of play it goes. And on the deflection, the point goes to West Branch. The Warriors entering play tonight 9-5, winners of their last 3 matchups, 6-4 at home, 3-1 on the road. So a very good season for the Warriors. As expected, Janosic sending it over, close to the back line, just misses it. And the point goes back to Marlington.
Tied up through 6 serves. Like you said, I think this is exactly what we expected.
But very nearly the opening ace tonight. But good patience shown by the Marlington Dukes. Bogdanovich sends it over for the Dukes. One of the 2 key offensive players this season for Marlington. And this time, no return by the Warriors, and it is Marlington back on top.
And there it is, Marlington. We've said it the past few times we've been here, finding creative ways to score off of errors, aces, blocks, what have it. I mean, they're going to find a way to score regardless.
And that is what the best teams do so well. Ring with the return. Sickles sets it up. Played forward by Hagan. Bogdanovich underhits it, and we are tied up at 4. Yet again, the back and forth, or as you so perfectly coined, the pendulum begins to swing.
Yeah, we referenced the pendulum a lot that game. I mean, it is a good metaphor.
We ran with it quite a lot over the past couple of broadcasts. It was a very good shout from you. Durango delivers it over for the Dukes. Dig towards the sideline, and it is out of play. Marlington takes the points. It was a tough call there. Was it going to stay in? Was it not? West Branch, they opted on the side of caution, and in the end, they couldn't bring it back in. Justine Durango now sending it over for Marlington. 5-4 your score through 9 serves. Ring returns, Bogdanovich. Young lines it up for Danica Sarshone. She mistimes it, and we are tied up at 5.
And again, West Branch getting a quick score off of an error there. And I think that was just, like you said, a mistiming by Sarshone. Something that she does not do very often.
Not at all. This is a big game. This is where resolve more than skill is tested. I feel like in a game like this, we know the talent, we know the ability, we don't know the resolve. Sarchone pushes over and again unable to get it in, and West Branch is on top.
Yeah, it's about having that mental toughness and the aptitude to be able to overcome.
And in talking to her after one of the games this season, she said she was trying to build that connection even more so with Callie Young. And it takes time. It does to rebuild it. But if anybody can on the fly, it's Danica and Callie. That time, West Branch unable to get it over, and we are tied up again at 6.
Yeah, Callie Young, a major piece of this Dukes offense, 318 assists. I mean, she has been a machine for them. Like you said, West Branch running more of a two-setters in their offense, but Marlington, Callie Young, she's just been the main setter for them.
And no surprise, Marlington, they're a team that plays truly by the book. Heavy return, Janosik, or rather hoops the night at the net. Play down back, nobody home in the back line, and Marlington will take the points.
And there comes one of those things that you can never calculate for, the short ceiling, a little bounce off the ceiling, and ultimately the West Branch Warriors could not overcome that.
That was Kendall Cayley, the senior in the back line for West Branch, the closest Warrior to the ball in the end. Young continuing to serve. Almost another piece of miscommunication, but there's the return by Fritz, and Marlington will set up their offense. It's Sarchone. Once again, it's off the roof, and it's another point for Marlington. Yet again, the popcorn ceiling helps out the home team. It's a very weird statement to make, but truly, this ceiling has been great for Marlington so far.
Yeah, it's a real home court advantage, and not because of the fans. And I mean, it's a great environment, don't get me wrong, but the roof definitely a huge factor here.
West Branch looking for an answer. McCarty, though, gets another point for Marlington. First real run of the game for either team.
That one puts the Dukes up 3. This is the position that they want to be in going into that first, or rather closing out the first set, asserting dominance.
That serve too long from Callie Young, and the Warriors will take back possession down by 2. 9-7 early on, kind of what we expected, a close first set, but West Branch still in it. This is a team that trailed early to Minerva in the first game between the two, but then by the end of the set, they were up by double figures. They can attack and they can blow up for a lot of points at any moment, and this could be their time. It's a streak of 2 now for the Warriors, down by 1. Get a point here, we're tied at 9.
And that's just after being down 3. I mean, we keep on coming back to it, but the pendulum, I feel like that's just the way. I mean, that's the brand a lot of volleyball teams, especially here in the EBC play, especially the Marlington Dukes.
Sarchone, awkward hit, but it goes off of a Warrior, and it is Marlington entering double figures. They needed that point there.
Yeah, they just had to shut down that starting run from the Warriors. They didn't want to let it get going or let the ball get rolling. I know, like we said, it's easier said to start momentum than it is to actually do it, but once you actually start doing it and you're the opposing team, you do not want them to get momentum.
That time the block attempt goes out of play. West Branch takes the point. 10-9 now your score. But you look all the way down the roster on both teams. Top tier players that do you look at other teams in the conference, I feel like most of these players would walk into those starting lineups.
Absolutely. Incredible players on both teams, for sure.
Awkward reception by Janosik. It hits the ground, and it is Marlington up by 2.
And speaking of incredible players, Bogunovic for the Dukes. She's been an absolute offensive force and a two-headed monster with the likes of Danica Sarchone.
Still looking to see one of these teams really establish a good command of the game. This is a big matchup for both sides. A lot on the line, and each of these squads knows that very well. Cayley on the near side, blocked by Casto. And the point goes to Marlington. Make it a 3-point set. And a play like that can really change the trajectory of a frame.
Yeah, not to mention it really gets the crowd hype, which the change in environment can always be helpful.
And it's an ace for Chloe Evanich. Skims it off the net. Marlington up by 4. And I think this could be a timeout for West Branch, and it is. Chloe Evanich, the freshman, played JV to start the year, now on varsity as a starter, and she has helped spearhead this comeback. Early on in set number 1, it is Marlington asserting their dominance of 13-9 on the West Branch Warriors.
With 8 years of real estate experience and deep roots in Alliance, Heather Prince is more than just your local realtor. She's a proud graduate of Alliance High School and the University of Mount Union. She is also a lifelong supporter of her community. As a dedicated Homes for Heroes affiliate, Heather is honored to give back to those who serve. Teachers, healthcare professionals, firefighters, and EMTs, along with law enforcement who buy or sell a home with Heather, will receive a special reward check after closing. A heartfelt thank you for their service. Local, loyal, here for our heroes. Thinking of making a move? Contact Heather today. Heather Prince with Howard Hanna Real Estate Services, your hometown real estate experts.
Welcome back to Marlington High School. 13-9 your score in set number 1. It is the Dukes on top of the West Branch Warriors, and that'll make it 14-9. An attacking error by the Warriors, and if you're Marlington right now, you have to be feeling really good about where you stand.
Yeah, definitely up 4 on one of the best teams in the EBC, or up 5 rather. I stand corrected. This is definitely the place that they wanted to be in set 1.
Sainer delivers it back. Evanich forward. Young lining it up for Bogunovic, and Bogunovic will get the points. Once again, it's a good attack in the middle.
Now 6. The lead starts to grow for the Dukes.
And this is so typical of them in set number 1. It's tough early on, as you would expect, but 1 or 2 plays go their way, and boom, they take a commanding lead. Tipped back by Ring, and there's the return. Evanich can't keep it alive, and the Warriors are in double figures.
And that was the freshman, Madeline Hoops. She's been a key piece of this West Branch defense with 70 blocks on the year. She's been a defensive machine for them, as well as 26 kills and filling in other stat columns. But really, the 70 blocks is what stands out to me.
And I would agree as well. A lot of blocks for the West Branch Warriors so far this year. More than you really would expect. But I mean, as the year goes on, especially at the collegiate level, you see players get into the 140s, 150s, especially Mount Union last year when they had all those blocks down the stretch. Miscommunication by the Dukes, and the Warriors will take the points. It happens in a game like this, but you feel that sting, I would say, even more so than in other competitions.
Yeah, and when you're the Warriors, you're just going to have to take what you can get when you're down 4.
Ellie Biskup sends it over the junior. Young lines it up for Duringo, kept alive by Sainer, and the Warriors will attack. It is Kendall Hoops, and eventually on the dig gets it over. Looked like she was lining it up and mistimed it. That hit overshot, and the Warriors are back within 3. Most times this year when Marlington establishes this cushion in set number 1, there's no fight back, but not against a team like West Branch. You'll see it just obviously, it's West Branch, but they do it better than most in the conference. They can come back from this. Durango in the middle, lollipops it over, and the Warriors can attack again. Janasic denied at the net, and it is a pivotal point for the Dukes.
Yeah, again, like I said, they just need to shut that. If a run's starting up, they just want to shut it down. They don't want to let it get started, because when a team like West Branch gets on a run, they will not stop.
And in talking to the team after the games that we have covered, they're not satisfied with a 3-1 match. They want 3-0s whenever they can. And against Carrollton, they felt like they could have done it. That block out of play, and the point goes to West Branch, but barely. Still gets you the point, still keeps it a 3-point set, but you cannot rely on blocking errors to get points. That's what a teal team does at the collegiate level, and it only worked for them for so long. But I mean, I would say half their points against Mount Union this past season came from that. And once again, it's the ceiling coming into play. This time it benefits the Warriors. It is an ace for Abigail Janasic.
Yeah, I mean, the ceiling, it's just one of those unique factors that you likely only see at a high school level of volleyball.
To be fair, some colleges do play some games in high schools. That does happen. Young lining it up for Bogunovic, and it is a powerful kill. The power is here, and it is brought by number 10.
And the fans are loving it. You see the student section absolutely so happy to be here. And it's not something we see quite as much from the Dukes, but right now their fans are out and they are happy.
I'm not surprised at all to see a student section here. When the info is posted, it's orange out. People are going to show up. 17-14, Marlington on top. Durango plays it back and kept alive by Lane. Now pushed over by Ring, and it's Young keeping it alive. Now to the far side, it's Sarshone, and Sarshone gets the points.
And there's that two-headed monster we were talking about in a row. Bogunovic, Sarshone, two of the hardest hitters in the EBC.
And we saw Bogunovic bring out her power moments ago. Now it's time to bring out the serving power. 26 aces entering play tonight, and there is number 27.
You couldn't have caught it any more beautifully.
Not at all, right on cue. And yet again, it is the Marlington Dukes up by 5 in set number 1.
Knocking on that 20-point door. They want to get this first set over fast, and they are not looking to have it be close at all.
And you look at their conference wins, only one sweep in the EBC this year for West Branch. Sainer able to get it over, and here come the Dukes. Sickles forward for Sarshone. It is Sainer off of the scoreboard and out of play. The Dukes are in the 20s, and it'll be a second timeout called by Coach Cusmel. The Marlington Dukes looking dominant in set number 1. We'll keep it here during the break, Cooper, but 2014, is this what you thought we'd see in set number 1 so far?
I thought it might be a little bit closer, but no doubt in my mind that I knew that the Marlington Dukes would try to be very assertive going in. They would try to bring a lot of that offensive power, and no doubt that's what they've been doing with Sarshone and Bogunovic.
And once again, you just look at this season for West Branch, pretty much no sweeps. You've had 2 sweeps in full games, 3 total, and the third one's in a 3-set match, so you win in 2. But otherwise, Alliance 3-0 and then Lakeview 3-0. It's different. This is a team that thrives under pressure. They thrive when allowing the other team to win a set. We saw that against Minerva back in the opening weeks of the season. Struggled a lot in that match, but in the end won it in 4. Bogunovic sends it over. 2014, West Branch trailing, and that'll make it 2015. Kendall Hoops able to put it down.
Yeah, and she just popped it over. She didn't see anyone on that side and just put it where no one can get it.
And now it'll be Kendall Cayley, the senior, back deep. 62 kills, 27 aces, 41 blocks, 106 digs, and 5 assists in 48 sets played entering tonight. It's Sarshone. I don't think it hit anybody, but they say it does.
Wow, and the power from Sarshone.
And we've seen West Branch attack a lot of balls that look to be going out of play tonight. I think that'll be a point of emphasis heading into set number 2, knowing what's going to stay in and what is not. Durango sends it over, going shallow on the Warriors. Lined up, and it is a powerful return. Off the roof now, and Bogunovic able to return. Cayley forward, but nobody home. And once again, it is a big point for the Marlington Dukes.
Dukes now up 7, only 3 points to go. They're looking to close this set out strong.
At least in set number 1, Marlington looking too dominant for West Branch. It is Justine Durango lining up to send it away. Marlington 3 points away from winning the opening frame. Young sets it back over. Now the Warriors lining up their attack. It's Fritz, and she will get it through for the points. They get a 6-point frame, but maybe a little too late.
Yeah, and I was going to say that. I mean, that's pivotal if the Warriors want to start a run, but it might be just a little bit late for that.
Kendall Hoops sending it away. Once again, needing 6 to tie it up. For Sarshone on the far side, and she is blocked. It's Audrey Ring, the junior. Blocked number 70 on the year.
And how many people can say that they've blocked Danica Sarshone?
Not many. Not many at all. Now a 5-point frame. Hoops sends it over. Marlington in need of an answer. McCartney delivers. Hoops with the dig. And Kendall Hoops able to return it. Marlington lining up their offense. It's Sarshone, and Sarshone misses wide. And all of a sudden, West Branch is back in it, down by 4.
We said it may have been too little too late, but apparently the West Branch Warriors do not quite see it that way.
Not for a team like that. Almost an ace, close at the net, and put down! Madeline Hoops this time! It's a hoopla for the Hoop Sisters. And a timeout called by Marlington.
Yeah, they're hooping, and it's not even basketball.
How about that? Just when you think the set is over, here come those West Branch Warriors. And we always say it when we see West Branch. I feel like they are the high school equivalent of Denison. They're always a tough out. They're always well coached, and you can never truly count them out of any game.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely a gritty team, as are most of the teams in the ABC. West Branch, maybe just a little more than the others.
This is really impressive from them. This team, they have taken that next step. This might be a loss in the end, but if they can compete against Marlington, force them to a fifth set, at least it says, you know what, somebody can take them down. And I feel like that's the statement West Branch wants to make tonight. Last year, 17-8, 8-2 in EBC play last season, and I think you can fill in the pieces as to who they lost to. But a 3-1 loss in Norton in the district finals saw them get knocked out, 1 game away from regionals and 1 game away from being on our TV screens. Sickles forward, but no return. It is an ace for the Warriors, make it a 2-point set. And for those not getting that reference moments ago, we covered Norton's regional semifinal game against Holy Name at Alliance. So 1 step away were the Warriors. But now down by 2. Can they keep it going? It's a 5-0 run. Young lining it up for Sarshone. Blocked again! Hagan keeps it alive. Sarshone goes for it again. Digged in the center, and there's the return. That was Audrey Ring with the dig for the Warriors. Bogdanovic tries it this time, and she will get the kill.
Gianna Bogdanovic showing the power, showing the precision, and showing the versatility. I mean, she was well off the net line there, a little far back, but still able to put it down hard.
Kendall Hoops now checking out of the ball game for the West Branch Warriors. It's Young sending it away. West Branch needs a response here, and they will have to arc it on over. Sarshone, she is ready for it, and denied again. West Branch timing their blocks nicely. Casto now with the return. Aislinn Ring picks up Maddie Hoops. And yet again, the Warriors have to fight, and it is Marlington fighting harder.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. All these sequences have just been gritty back and forth. Ultimately, the Dukes coming in with that one. 1 point now away from closing away the set.
Set point for Marlington. Callie Young to send it over for the Dukes. West Branch, they need a response here. Fritz with the return. Bogdanovic lining it up for Casto, and it is kept alive by Aislinn Ring. Now up to Maddie Hoop. She will arc it over. Bogdanovic for Sarshone. And yet again, Aislinn Ring with the set/dig. And it's a powerful kill on the near side. Maddie Hoops again.
And the freshman has just been monstrous today on defense, on offense, being able to get things done for the Warriors.
And that gives them a shot. 24-21. Janosic subbing back in for West Branch. This is the gritty opening set we all expected. Can they keep it going? It's a dig return, and that's enough to win it!
There it is, Marlington Lady Dukes finding another clever way to score off of a West Branch error there, closing out set 1, 25-21.
Moments away from becoming an ace, but in the end, it is a powerful return, and a statement has been made by the Marlington Dukes. But watch it back on the replay. It's Sickles digging, just nobody home in the back line. That was tremendous precision from her. And Marlington showing why they are the top dogs in the EBC. It's the Dukes winning it by 4 in set number 1. We will step aside and hear a word from our sponsors as you are watching OHSAA Volleyball on SmeeSports in partnership with Spectrum Channel 1022 Alliance.
With 8 years of real estate experience and deep roots in Alliance, Heather Prince is more than just your local realtor. She's a proud graduate of Alliance High School and the University of Mount Union. She is also a lifelong supporter of her community. As a dedicated Homes for Heroes affiliate, Heather is honored to give back to those who serve. Teachers, healthcare professionals, firefighters, and EMTs, along with law enforcement who buy or sell a home with Heather, will receive a special reward check after closing. A heartfelt thank you for their service. Local, loyal, here for our heroes. Thinking of making a move? Contact Heather today. Heather Prince with Howard Hanna Real Estate Services, your hometown real estate experts.
Welcome back to Marlington High School through one set. It is the Marlington Dukes up 1-0 on the West Branch Warriors. Marlington winning set number 1, 25-21. He's Cooper Fontaine. I am Nathan Smee on the call for you this evening live on the SmeeSports YouTube channel. What a start for the Marlington Dukes. Some adversity, but in the end, they got through it.
Yeah, ultimately at one point, I believe they were even up 7, but the Warriors not quite giving up. However, the Dukes still powered through in the face of, someone who's fighting back. They did not give up. They did not let that scare them, and they close out the set 21-25.
Back to the action. West Branch trying to respond, down 1-0. It's Sarchone, and she is blocked again. Maddie Hoops this time.
I mean, we've been seeing an absolute defensive presence here, just absolutely blowing up from Maddie Hoops. I mean, she's been absolutely incredible.
Tremendous work from the freshman. No real surprise. We saw her a couple weeks ago, and she was an elite talent then and still is. Speaking of elite, it's an early ace for the West Branch Warriors. Now a 2-0 lead early on in the frame. Sainer, the libero, getting the ace. Ace number 29 this year for the senior. And she will send this one away, trying to go long. Bogunovic keeps it alive. Young for Sarchone, now on the near flank. Moving around, Hoops able to return. Sickles forward, Young now for Casto. And it is dug back. And there is no return. Marlington on the board.
And Marlington looking at West Branch getting out to a quick 2-0 start. Not willing to let that slide and fighting back with an answer of their own.
And I like the way that they are rotating around the horn, if you will. Sarchone usually plays on the far side, not now. And there's an ace for Danica Sarchone in the meantime.
And that was something we saw a lot of her in their game against Carrollton. She was an absolute ace machine. I believe at one point she had even 3 in a row.
She's done that a couple times this season. Sainer able to dig that one, so not a shriek quite yet, and it is a kill for Kaylee.
And
just bats it with the outside.
Yeah, and how about the placement on that, just on that far flank? I mean, come on.
I mean, truly fisting that one by every stretch of that definition. A little flick with the outside of the wrist going, whoop.
Yeah, and it was beautiful to watch.
Truly was. And that's what West Branch can do so well. Just like Marlington, they find creative ways to score. It's McCartney in the middle and kept alive in the back line by Biskup. Now on the far side, pushed over by Hoops, kept alive by Sickles. And Bogunovic will lollipop it over. A good dig by Janasic. And there's the return once more by Biskup. We will continue. Now Casto, and Casto gets the kill. Yet again, the versatility of Marlington showing up.
And that time to tie it up 3-3. This one close in the first 6 serves.
And a big substitution for the Marlington Dukes. It is Chloe Evanich coming in. And no surprise to see Evanich trusted here.
Yeah, she has proven herself, even though she's just a freshman. She has been a huge piece of this Lady Dukes offense.
And she will get an ace right off the bat. I believe ace number 2 today for Chloe Evanich.
She must have heard me talking about her, but I mean, that's great for her. Her second ace of the day. As a freshman, that's incredible.
Can she make it 3? Yes. How about it? We saw the vision there for a second. We saw the vision.
Right. I think we're getting glimpses into the future. That's like the second or third time that we've done that just today.
Have we taken Tony Romo's powers?
Maybe.
I think we have. But Chloe Evanich, a star performance so far as she sends this one over. Can she go 3 for 3 with aces? Not quite. There's the return, but a block by Casto. And it goes to the far side. There's the return. Put away by Sarchone. And Marlington will have to try it again. Casto, it's a hitting error. And the point goes to West Branch.
Good fight there by Marlington, but ultimately just not able to close that sequence. And the point goes to the Warriors to get a to come back from. Have they been awarded a point yet? I wasn't really paying attention.
What's the question?
Was it 4-4 or was it? It
was 5-3.
Oh, okay, so they So they close it to a difference of 1. I apologize for my lack of presence of mind.
Chloe Evanich had a couple of those aces and then some points came after it.
Yeah.
And that's where we stand now for those just tuning in. 5-4 in set number 2. 25-21, your final in set number 1. And yet again, it's the ceiling forcing an ace. Not too many in set number 1, but set number 2, ace is the place.
Yeah, they've been absolutely plentiful. So plentiful, I lost my train of thought.
It happens to the best of us every so often. Good strong hit by Janosic. Young back for Sarshone. And here come the Warriors. Tipped back, and there is the light tap by Aubrey Ring. Now Bogdanovich on the far side. She will go to the back line and misses. The point goes to West Branch, and it is the Warriors on top.
All West Branch here. I mean, they've been on a little run right now, starting with that ace. Now they're up 1.
No surprise to see this resilience from the Dukes, or as well from the Warriors. The Dukes now tie it up at 6. But resilience, that is what we wanted to see from both teams entering play tonight. As we said, we see the talent, we see the ability. In some of these games, especially these blowouts, if you will, we don't see resilience. We don't see it. Tonight, we have to. And I think we're starting to really learn about that here. And I think this point will go to go to Marlington. I believe there was a violation by the Nets, and that'll be the decision. We've seen that a couple of times so far, but nothing too crazy or controversial yet. Keyword there is yet. Always something. Casto lollipops it over. Sainer. And it almost hits off the ceiling. If it did, that was almost certain doom. But a good response by West Branch, and an even better one from the Marlington Dukes.
And that one definitely hit the ceiling off the dig attempt. And I mean, the power. We talk about it so much here, but the power is absolutely unmatched.
Truly impressive. You can tell that this Marlington Dukes squad lives in the weight room. And that is big. You need that power. You need that drive, and they have both. On the far side, it's Kendall Hoops, and she is denied. A big block on the outside for the Marlington Dukes.
That one to put them up 3. They were not having it. The West Branch Warriors go on a little run. The pendulum, the Dukes strike back, and they shut it down.
Casto now sending it away. Almost an ace, but Sainer digs it. And Kendall Hoops gets the return. Now here come the Dukes. Bogdanovich on the outside, lollipops it over. And now West Branch will try it. Good return. Once again, now it's Sickles, and Young will put it away. The bench is loving it for Marlington. They're up by 4. Coach Cusmel, he is up. No timeout yet, but he will give some instructions from the sideline.
Yeah, and that was just an absolutely beautiful play by Callie Young. Just flipped it over and deflected off a Warrior.
Casto sends this one away. 10-6 your score in set number 2. Ring digged by Sarshone. And Bogdanovich able to get it away. And it'll go out of play. Marlington now up 11-6. And I think this is timeouts. And yes, it is.
And ultimately, you need to be able to stop the Dukes' momentum somehow. If it's not on the court, then I agree with Coach Cusmel. Take a timeout. Just let your guys get back into it and try to, make the adjustment.
I think once again we will keep it here during the break, but we will thank our one broadcast sponsor, Heather Prince of Howard Hanna, for her efforts in making this broadcast possible, along with Spectrum Channel 1022 Alliance. So far, a very good week. Last night's game. After the fact, we found out 2 new records were set for the Alliance Aviators. First of all, Royal Hawkins, most goals in a single game with 5, 4 of which came in that second half. And then Zelly Barnes, now the all-time assist leader for the Alliance Aviators.
Yeah, it was an incredible game to watch. I mean, like you said, Royal Hawkins put on an absolute clinic in the second half. 4 of her 5 goals came in that second half to make the comeback win against Boardman.
There we go. One of those Youngstown teams, I'm sure that was going to be your answer.
Yeah.
But Boardman, they showed plenty of resilience. Chicolo had a hat trick of her own.
In the first 13 minutes, no less.
But wasn't enough in the end. Back to the action here at the Duke Zone. It is Durango denied at the net. Sarshone plays it to the outside. Bogdanovich, she will get the kill.
That time, a little less power, a little more placement. What you lose in one area, you make up for in another. Beautiful placement, just out of reach of any West Branch Warriors to put the Dukes up 6.
Now, if we go to make a song reference going to Elvis, a little less conversation, a little more action.
That was my goal with that.
There you go, going back to the 50s and 60s with that reference. Hoops, a strong hit. Did it take a tip? No, it didn't. The point goes to Marlington.
Speaking of a little more power, that one had some hot sauce on it. Just a little too much, though.
And once again, just these close margins killing West Branch so far. Casto lollipops it over in a dangerous spot. There's the return on the dig. Young, far side, plays it to Sarshone. Sarshone hesitated with it. Probably the right decision to set it over. Now the attack, and it's a powerful kill from Kendall Hoops.
Wow, that one, that time it was in bounds, and the West Branch Warriors are fighting back. They were just down 7, now it's only 6. Can they start a run, this time a little earlier than they did last in set 1?
And you're exactly right, 13-7, this set is far from over. On paper, it looks really good for Marlington, but West Branch, they are a gritty bunch. Hoops plays it on back, give and go with Biscup. There's the push, and there's the kill. It's not always about power. Once again, good precision. That is the setter special, if you will.
Yeah, and it's absolutely beautiful. It's a beautiful thing to watch and play, especially when it's as beautifully executed as that.
Plenty of zip on the serve, and it is an ace for the West Branch Warriors.
And just like that, they're within 4 now. They're closing the gap, this time midway through the set rather than when Marlington hits the 20-point mark.
Kendall Keeley going for it again. It's back-to-back aces. How about those West Branch Warriors?
Not giving up just yet. We'll see if the streak continues.
Wouldn't be surprised either way. And we go back to resilience. That is the word of the game, and for good reason. Bogdanovic, light tap, can't get it over. It is a 2-point set. And Coach Tortola, she will use her first timeout to talk things over. The West Branch Warriors, scrappy as ever. 13-11 in set number 2. We'll step aside and hear a word from our sponsors here on SmeeSports.
With 8 years of real estate experience and deep roots in Alliance, Heather Prince is more than just your local realtor. She's a proud graduate of Alliance High School and the University of Mount Union. She is also a lifelong supporter of her community. As a dedicated Homes for Heroes affiliate, Heather is honored to give back to those who serve. Teachers, healthcare professionals, firefighters, and EMTs, along with law enforcement who buy or sell a home with Heather, will receive a special reward check after closing. A heartfelt thank you for their service. Local, loyal, here for our heroes. Thinking of making a move? Contact Heather today. Heather Prince with Howard Hanna Real Estate Services, your hometown real estate experts.
Once again, we got a ball game. It's set number 2. 13-11 your score. It is Marlington on top of the West Branch Warriors as you are watching OHSA Volleyball on SmeeSports, presented or in partnership with Spectrum Channel 1022 Alliance. What a game it has been so far. Plenty of twists, plenty of turns, but here we are, a crossroad for both teams. And that point will go to West Branch. One of the rare occasions where the roof hurts Marlington. And once again, to explain the rule, if it hits the ceiling and stays on your side, it's allowed. If you hit it off the roof to the other side, automatic point for your opponents.
And just like that, well, now with the serve going over, West Branch down 2, but they've really closed that 7-point gap.
And truly, this has been an impressive performance by both sides. This is a classic case of whichever team loses will feel hard done by, and rightfully so. Groover able to send it back over. Marlington up by 2. Sarshone denied again! Caitlin Fritz this time!
And just wow, I mean, the timing of these West Branch blocks have been absolutely immaculate so far. I want to say that's the second or third time that they've been able to block Danica Sarshone, one of the best hitters even in the Stark County area.
And once again, it all goes back to the film room. You can tell West Branch, they have been on their huddle logins. They've been on there. They've been watching. That is where that timing comes from. It is very clear they watch their film, and that is a great sign of a great team. Now down by 1, a chance to tie it up here. Bogdanovic right by the net. Young for Sarshone. That time she gets the kill. You can only silence Danica for so long.
Yeah, I was just about to say, she really cannot be contained, at least not for more than a set or two, because once you awaken the beast that is Danica Sarchone, I don't want to overreact, but she really is an absolutely incredible volleyball player.
I don't think it's an overreaction at all. And it's an ace for Durango now. And once again, just when you think Marlington has lost that edge, they take it right back.
Yeah, they definitely do not play around, especially when it comes to other teams starting runs. They love to shut those down and get into a run of their own.
16-13, West Branch trailing Marlington. It's Sarchone, and she's back.
Just like that. She really can't be contained.
Coach Cosmo once again giving his instructions on the sideline. You have to think another point here for Marlington, 5-point lead. You got to use your second and final timeout. Obviously so tough to tell if now is the time or not. You don't know how the game is going to truly progress. That's the thing. Durango sends it over. West Branch in need of a response. It's hoops. Bogunovic off of a vent, I believe, and still alive. The Warriors a double push, and it's going to be a double hit. Unfortunate on the collision, and as expected, down by 5. There's the timeout called by West Branch.
Yeah, and that was, I mean, the vent now. It's the roof, the vent, the lights. We saw one of the lights get hit in the West Branch versus the Marlington versus Carrollton game, excuse me. This roof has been a real factor today, more than it has in other games, for sure.
And I think now with this pause, we're going to run through our broadcast schedule for the next, week and a half. Starting tomorrow, it is Minerva and Marlington girls soccer, 6:30 at Robert H. Hines Stadium. Should be a good battle between two really good teams in the girls soccer aspect of the EBC. Thursday, it is an off day for us, but back at it Friday up in Cleveland. Holy Name CCC football. The final time that Holy Name will take the field as the home team at Serpentini Chevrolet Stadium in North Royalton. A bittersweet moment for us. That's where I graduated from. We went there. That was our graduation. I think we're going to be the last class to graduate on that turf. So, bittersweet moment. 6:15 pregame, 7 p.m. kickoff. Then next week, it's an interesting one. Monday is off. Tuesday, Tri-C baseball once again. But we got a Division I team on tap. It is those Golden Flashes up in Kent. Should be a fun one. 6 p.m. first pitch at Schoonover Stadium. Back to the action here. It's hoops. Powerful strike, but it is just wide. We had the best angle of it. Barely misses.
Yeah, and that's just showing great determination. They were ready to score, and they want to score. They do not want the Lady Dukes to take the second set and have momentum going into the third. But now the Lady Dukes just knocking on the 20-point door.
Not knocking anymore. They have entered that door. Now up by 7. 20-13 your score. And this set seems to be controlled completely now by Marlington. Durango launches it over. Can West Branch respond? Bogunovic. It's Young for Danica Sarchone. And it is played back by Groover. And there is the return. Played over by Fritz. Young back for Gianna Bogunovic. And she is denied at the net. And I think more than anything there, an attacking error, not a block.
Yeah, and West Branch just looking to get a little closer. Again, they don't want to start the run too late, mistime it, or something like that. And that's what they did last set, and ultimately it did not work out in their favor. Marlington taking that one, I believe, 25-21.
It's close. It is close. Just out of play. If that was a point for West Branch, that would have been the turning point. Once again, it was 20-14 last set. Now 21-14. And you can feel like this is a piece of redemption for the Marlington Dukes. Callie Young delivers it. Can the Warriors respond? It's hoops. Once again, just too much behind it. The Dukes 3 points away from sealing a victory in set number 2. Something changed during one of those timeouts. And this is the best that we have seen of Marlington this season. I'm confident in saying that right now.
Yeah, these Lady Dukes are certainly fired up.
It goes through everybody. I think it's Marlington's point, but now they say no, it goes to West Branch on the tip.
But that's only to bring them within 7, and the Dukes only have 3 more points to go to close out the second set.
And they just need to stick to the basics right now. The basics will win you this set. Sainer back deep, she will deliver. Bogdanovich forward, Young picks up Casto. Casto an awkward spot, and the point goes to West Branch. Make it 22-16. Still Sainer. Sickles with the dig. Young forward for Danica Sarchone. And it is a big point for the Dukes.
And that's huge. West Branch starting to get a little momentum, but the Lady Dukes do not care if it's too little too late for them. They are going to execute, and they're going to close out this second set strong.
And now 2 points away from doing so. Sarchone lines up and delivers. What says West Branch? Digged once again by Young. Casto with the return. West Branch will try it again. It's Maddie Hoops. Sarchone keeps it alive. Young up to Bogdanovich. And it is Sainer this time, keeping it in flight. Now Janasic. Sarchone with the return. Once again it goes to Danica. Young plays it to Casto, and Casto with the kill.
And that is huge to close out such a back and forth sequence in favor of the Dukes, to put them within 1 point of closing out the set. They are really not messing around, and they are certainly fired up.
Set point here. This is a big moment. Danica Sarchone with possession. She wants to close it here. West Branch trying to keep their hopes alive in set number 2. Hoops gets it over. Sarchone digs. Young for Bogdanovich, and that will do it. Very nearly returned by the Warriors, but in the end, it is the Dukes dominating 25-16 your final. Once again, we go to the replay, Cooper. Great resilience once more by West Branch, but sometimes when you play a team like Marlington, there is only so much you can do.
Absolutely, especially when you're playing against Danica Sarchone.
All the way around, this is the Marlington team that they wanted to put on display tonight with the watching eyes on the EBC here in Stark County. Through 2 sets, it's the Dukes, it's the Dominators of 2-0 on the West Branch Warriors.
With 8 years of real estate experience and deep roots in Alliance, Heather Prince is more than just your local realtor. She's a proud graduate of Alliance High School and the University of Mount Union. She is also a lifelong supporter of her community. As a dedicated Homes for Heroes affiliate, Heather is honored to give back to those who serve. Teachers, healthcare professionals, firefighters, and EMTs, along with law enforcement who buy or sell a home with Heather, will receive a special reward check after closing. A heartfelt thank you for their service. Local, loyal, here for our heroes. Thinking of making a move? Contact Heather today. Heather Prince with Howard Hanna Real Estate Services, your hometown real estate experts.
Before we get back to the action, if you or someone you know is a business owner looking to sponsor broadcasts in the Cleveland or Stark County area, contact us at one of those 3 avenues on your screen, and I would love to work out a deal with you to promote the best of your business and your brand. Thank you to Heather Prince of Howard Hanna for sponsoring tonight's broadcast, and as always, thank you to Spectrum Channel 1022 Alliance for partnering with us to present these telecasts. Elijah switching tonight, doing a great job as usual. Glad to have him with us for this contest. And Cooper, glad to have you with me on the call. And we cannot forget about who we have down on the far side. We got Bryce Fisher on the main overhead camera and Julian Rodriguez on the scoreboard. So thank you to all of you for being here tonight for such a great matchup. Before I toss it over to you, it has been officially announced by Coach Stolberg himself. His reign at the helm of Tri-C is done. He is off to Miami to be a coach for the Marlins. Bittersweet because we loved having him, but great for him. 3 years with Tri-C. He got the program going again after COVID. 100+ wins. So once again, thank you to Coach Stolberg for all he has done for us, and best of luck in Miami. This is the positive, taking your talents to South Beach.
Just like LeBron.
Give me Coach Stolberg in a one-on-one with him, honestly.
Dude,
and we'll see,
that would be amazing.
And we'll see Tri-C again on September 23rd at Schoonover Stadium, then again at Skills Field. It's like summer all over again with baseball. We're going to Kent State on Tuesday, going to Akron for an 18-inning game on Saturday. That's the 27th of September. Yes, you heard that right, an 18-inning game.
That sounds like
fun.
A lot of baseball.
Whole lot of baseball, but we're here for it. Back to the action here in Alliance. Marlington up 2-0, now looking for the sweep. If they get it done, truly impressive. It is Sarchone, a powerful strike to get things underway. Sainer unable to get it over. And Danica Sarchone is heating up as set number 3 begins.
Yeah, and she didn't come to play in this third set. She came to win. And she's showing that with the power off of that spike. And I mean, despite the heroic attempts from the West Branch Warriors, they just fall a little bit short.
And it is an ace now for the Marlington Dukes. A 2-0 start. And we go back to what they told us after the Carrollton game. They wanted the sweep. They felt they did enough to get the sweep. In the end, they didn't. Now, they are not playing around. Young goes for it again. This time it's in the net. And West Branch is on the board. For the Warriors now, the task becomes even more difficult. To get a win, you have to reverse sweep a state runner-up.
Yeah, and that's one very hard thing to do. I couldn't tell you from experience because I've never tried it, but I'm sure it is. I mean, this is a team that only fell short to Roger Bacon last year, but I don't know. Just with how strong they're looking right now, that's definitely a tall order.
The only equivalent that I can think of in the area over the past couple of years, it was Mount Union on the run in California, reverse sweeping the national champions last season in Cal Lutheran. And it's another ace for the Marlington Dukes. Once again, they are not messing around. Danica Sarchone getting it done. What else can you say other than Duke domination? Can West Branch get an answer? Returned by Janosic, but it is out of play. A 5-1 start for the Dukes.
The Dukes really looking to continue this domination. The first set was close, 25-21 from some late heroic attempts from the Warriors. The second one, not quite as close. The Dukes won by 9, 25-16, and right now they're going on another run.
Miscommunication on the jump, and the point goes to Marlington. 6-1 starts. West Branch, they need something here. It's Sarchone sending it over. A return is a great start for the Warriors, and they get it here. Young forward, McCarty back to Bogunovich. And there is a crossbody return. The Warriors try it again. Sickles forward. Young plays it back for Chloe Evanich. Evanich overshoots. And the Warriors are back within 4. Good idea by Chloe Evanich, just too much behind it. But I will say, she has been great again tonight. You cannot tell that she is a freshman by the way that she plays.
Yeah, especially in such an incredible Marlington Duke system.
Bogunovich gets it over the net and gets the kill. Off the string, then onto the hardwood. About as perfect as that can be.
Yeah, I mean, and that's how the Dukes have been playing from the second set into this one. Absolutely incredible. They've been firing on all cylinders.
Sickles that time overshoots, and the point goes to West Branch. But if the Warriors can do what their counterpart Warriors did on Thursday and force a 4th set, that'll make things very interesting here at the Duke Dome. Once again, not really a dome, but more of a alliteration thing. Durango lollipops it over. 7-3 Marlington on top in set number 3. And a good return by Hoops. She will get the points. At the same time, almost a great pancake by the Marlington Dukes. Just couldn't get it done. And I will say once again, we are up here in the skybox at Marlington. One of the best vantage points to see any games inside a gymnasium that you'll find. The Warriors trying it again, down by 3. It is Hoops getting it over. Bogdanovic digs, Sickles plays it back in, and Young with the return. Can West Branch get it back? No, they can't. It is overshot, and it is a massive point for the Dukes.
And how about Amaya Sickles showing off the coordination and athleticism to keep that ball alive and keep that sequence going? Absolutely stunning.
No surprise at all. She has been on point again. Big shoes to fill of Jackson Hilliard after last season, but she has stepped up to the plate and has been a great player. Hoops gets it over that time. Sickles can't get there in time, and there is the response by the Warriors.
And this is what they need to keep it close. The game is now only 3-point difference, but the Dukes have been showing a lot of early dominance in this third set, looking to close out in a sweep against one of the best teams in the EBC.
And you could say second best as of now. That served too much. Marlington takes the point. Once again, this does not seal the conference officially. Like we said last week, in principle it would. Marlington, their final 3 games, Alliance, Salem, Carrollton. With a win here, they need to beat one of those teams. You have, I believe, 2 teams currently in the bottom 2, and then, actually it is the bottom 3. That hit too long, and the point goes to Marlington. I forgot Minerva did beat Carrollton, so that bumps them into 3rd place. But they have taken care of business against the top dog so far, and that gives them a very good chance to close things out on Thursday. 10-5, Marlington on top. Sickles off the roof. Bogdanovic now to Sarshone. Not enough behind it from Danica, and the point belongs to West Branch.
And again, that pesky roof just getting in the way for both teams. I mean, that time it was against the Dukes, but we've seen times where it's been in favor of the Dukes.
As you like to say, up to no good.
Up to no good.
It is Neely Groover, the senior, back deep to send it away for West Branch. Down by 4, the Warriors need a rally. Young forward, it's Danica Sarshone. And once again, Groover keeps it alive. The Warriors will try it, and it is hit over by Janasic now. Far side, Sarshone blocked, but it falls in West Branch territory, and the point belongs to Marlington.
Great block attempt by the West Branch Warriors. We've seen it time and time again from them. Their defensive prowess has been absolutely incredible. That time, just a slightly mistimed maybe.
And now it's Justine Durango back to send it away. 11-6, Marlington on top. Now 11-7. That time split the defense to perfection.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that one went just between both of them. Perfect.
Perfect, yes, perfect can be. Good delivery by Sainer. Now to the far side, it's Sarshone, and Sarshone gets the kill.
That one was perfect, as perfect can be, right on that back line, just inside, ultimately going in favor of the Dukes. I mean, that's just what Danica Sarshone does.
Plenty behind it once again. Young will send it over. Good dig by the Warriors. And here comes Marlington. Miscommunication, but McCarty still able to deliver it back. And there is the return by Kaylee. The Dukes trying it again. Sarshone blocked once again at the net. Madeline Hoops involved.
And there is that defensive prowess that I was just talking about. The timing that time on point. I want to say that's the 4th time Danica Sarshone has been blocked today, which that's something you do not see often.
Not at all. And once again, that is a credit to West Branch for being in the film room, picking up her cadences, and being able to time her up. Young lining it up. It's Sarshone on the near side this time. But the Warriors able to respond and get it back over. Sainer with the return. Young pushes back. Sarshone off balance with the return. Good dig attempt, but not enough behind it.
Like you said, Sarshone a little off balance, but that does not matter. She was able to get it over, and the point goes to the Dukes.
Sometimes the more you change, the more success you have. And now a timeout has been called by West Branch, and they will talk things over. To stay up to date on all the games that we are covering, follow us on our social media pages at SmeeSports on Instagram, SmeeFest 2024 on Twitter, SmeeSports LLC on LinkedIn and on Facebook. As well, go down below and subscribe. There is no added cost, but it greatly helps on all we do here at SmeeSports. Less than 10 away from our goal by the end of the year. We want to hit 5,000. If you're new, go down below and subscribe. We want to get there by the end of the week if possible. That way we can up the goal. I think then we would go to 5,250 by the end of the year after it. So if you're new, go down below and subscribe. I think tonight a lot of first-time viewers, especially with our friends over at West Branch. So if you're new, go down below and hit that big red button.
And I don't know if you mentioned it, but less than 10 subscribers away. It's close.
And we started the year just around 500. I think maybe just over it due to Youth Elite last year. But at this time last year, maybe 150 subscribers. Now, almost 5,000.
The growth has been absolutely exponential, and it's been great for me being able to watch and then now even be able to participate in it.
It definitely has been a fun ride so far. Young lines it up for Evanich. She pushes it over. Kept alive by Biscup. There's the pushover. Sickles hits it, and it will fall. A great point for the Warriors.
Yeah, incredible determination by them. You saw at the beginning, the ball just kind of tiptoed across the net. Ultimately, no biggie for the West Branch Warriors as they fight through and get the point there.
Little do-si-do around the net.
As you will.
But West Branch down by 4. They are still in this set. They just need a couple of things to go their way to force a fourth frame as well. And that's a good start. Right on cue, an ace for the West Branch Warriors. That time it's Janosic. And that'll make it 13-10. Now that question is, if you're Marlington, how do you answer this? Janosic once again. Some miscommunication. Sickles has to dive to get it over. But good placement. The Warriors, they will set up their offense. Pushed over, but denied by the Nets.
And Sickles, again, showing that great coordination and awareness, able to get the ball over, even after a slight miscommunication. A great play by her to keep the play alive.
And on top of that, that makes it a 4-point set opposed to a 2-point frame. So a big difference right now. Sainer up to Kendall Hoops. She is able to get it through. Sarshone picks up Bogunovic, and she has too much behind it. That point going to the Warriors.
Now only a 3-point game. West Branch not giving up, as they'll never back down or ever give up. They are one feisty team.
And once again, we equate them to Denison at the collegiate level. Very consistent, very dangerous no matter the sports. Young plays it back. It's Evanich getting it over. And here come the Warriors. Someone's down and unable to get it over for the points. Good attempt by Hoops, but unfortunately it got played to her when there was really no play to make.
Yeah, she was on the ground, but still a great attempt from her. Nearly falling, I mean. Little miscommunication, but that's not going to set the Warriors back or the Dukes.
And I think the incredible thing is she still almost got it done. Speaking of almost getting it done, that time it is done by the Dukes, but barely. The net could have reverbed, but instead Reese Hagan uses it perfectly. Ace number 8 on the year for the junior.
I believe that's the second time we've seen an ace like that, the first one coming from Chloe Evanich.
And that was back in set number 1. Aislinn Ring lining it up, picking up Fritz. And the Dukes will attack up by 5. Bogunovic, a good missile over. Once again, Hoops pushes it, but too long. Make it 17-11.
Yeah, the Dukes now up 6. This right now is their set to lose. They need to be able to stay aggressive and just put this one away the way they have the second one.
And if they can here, getting a sweep against West Branch, that would be a big statement. That serve too long. The Warriors now down by 5, take back possession.
Not just a statement win and a demoralizer for their opponents, but a huge confidence booster as continuing their streak in the EBC and in the regular season and moving up to 10-2. This would be huge for them.
All the way around, though. Two very good teams still battling it out. An excellent dig in the back line and pushed along. Can West Branch keep it going? Battle at the net. Both sides doing a great job avoiding a violation. Sarshone gets it over, and the point does go to Marlington. But it looks like Kaylee is shaken up on the play.
Yeah, and that was an incredible sequence back and forth. Both teams showing great determination. But ultimately, that is something that you do not want to see if you're a West Branch fan, coach, or player.
And she will go off to the side and get some medical attention, it appears. So hopefully she is okay. but I think what it looked like was she hit her head on the ground.
Oh dear. And that appears to be the second injured player this game, as we missed it earlier, but I believe Audrey Ring went out to get some ice for something. And this is just not the kind of way that you want to see your West Branch team go out off of injuries.
And this has been a team that a lot of their stars have played every single set. Assuming Ring doesn't come back in, which I don't think she has, she will have missed her first set of the season.
Yeah, and I mean, it's unfortunate.
And I mean, Kaylee, she's played in the third set tonight. If we go to a fourth and she doesn't come back in, then she will miss her first set of the season as well. You just hope those players are okay. It's a moment that's bigger than the game itself and bigger than athletics as well. Bogdanovich sending it over, and it is an ace for Gianna. Make it 19-12. And the Dukes are 6 points away from their sweep. What a night for Marlington. Once again, we thought, okay, maybe a 5-set thriller. The Dukes said, think again.
Yeah, they have absolutely dismantled any thoughts or expectations that we had before this game. They have shown absolute domination throughout. That ball goes off the foot of the ref.
And the ref obviously not in play. An interesting move there. And now the Warriors will make some changes. But all the way around, if you're still, I'm saying, looking for positives for West Branch, it's not that difficult to find. They were able to, for the most part, silence Sarchone. She wants to change that here, and of course she does. But early on, West Branch, they were able to minimize her effects. But in the end, Danica Sarchone just doing Danica Sarchone things.
Yeah. And the Marlington crowd is getting loud here with the Lady Dukes showing absolute domination in this third set.
And there's the start the buses chant by the student section. And that's why a good block at the net. Sarchone pushes it over, and there's the point for the Dukes. And a timeout is called by West Branch. Wow.
Yeah, these Lady Dukes have gone on an absolutely monstrous run in this third set. I mean, what more can you say?
And the crazy thing is, in any volleyball game that we have covered, it has gone to 4 sets all but one time before this. And that one exception was the Minerva game.
And I can't help but say, we expected this game to go to 4, maybe even 5 like you mentioned, but things ultimately not going in favor of the Warriors so much, whether it's injuries or misplays or even the roof of all things. This game has definitely been all Dukes.
Next time that we do have West Branch on the channel is next Friday, as they will be on the road at Minerva for some OHSAA football and some EBC football. 6:15 pregame, 7 p.m. kickoff here on SmeeSports. Looking forward to that one. Should be myself and DC, Daniel Clark, on the call for that one. Looking forward to having DC back again. He's joined our lifting posse, if you will, over at Mount Union, led by, once again, Carrollton legend Chris Jacoby. Somehow, in some way, it always goes back to Chris Jacoby. A larger-than-life figure at Mount Union, you could say.
Yeah, now here's a guy who lifts all the time at Mount Union, is a Carrollton legend.
There you go, and I believe as well he did some play calling for the JV game for football, so he's moving up. That serve into the net, and the point goes to West Branch. 21-14. 7-point game. If you're West Branch, how do you get back in it?
I think you just, and I know it's easier said than done, but you got to get something going here. You got to get the ball rolling. You got to have some momentum going forward, as that's how they do so well.
And that can help. It's a lift.
That's 2 in a row for the Warriors. Something small to get them going, but again, they don't want to start a run too late now. The Dukes already have 21 points. Again, it may be just a little bit too little, too late.
And now Marlington gets the point right back on a serving error. So now 22-15. One final reminder, stay with us after our final commercial break. Then we will announce our player of the game presented by SmeeSports. Tough one tonight, honestly.
Certainly.
Young sends it into the nets, and West Branch once again will have possession. Down by 6, it's now or never. But really, we will have to look at this game on a deeper level to find a player of the game. I feel like it has just been so balanced today by Marlington.
Yeah, they've been functioning well as a team, for sure.
Sarchone overhits it, and now it is a 5-point frame. Just barely missing, and I do agree with that decision.
Luckily, we have a great view up here in the press box. It's a great viewing experience for sure.
100%. Biskup sending it over. Young lines it up. It's Bogdanovich. And now Marlington, they are done messing around. A big point for the Dukes. Back up by 6, needing 2 now to seal the deal.
Yeah, that one didn't just have hot sauce on it. I think there was some tapatio and some spices and everything in there. I mean, Gianna Bogdanovich, not playing around.
A little bit of everything on that one. Sarchone sends it short. Kept alive by Sainer. There's the return, and it is out of play. Janasic overshoots. It's set point and match point for the Marlington Dukes. As well, a rare score update from around the grounds. Berlin Highland up 2-1 on Tusky Valley in set number 4. West Branch needs a return here to keep it going, and they will get it. It will tip off of the Dukes, and one final opportunity for West Branch. Down by 6. They need at least 6 to keep their hopes alive. Back deep it is Abby Janasic, and she will send it over. Can Marlington find their dagger? Not on that one. It is an ace for the Warriors. And that'll make things interesting. And still Coach Tortola on the sideline giving some instructions. I don't think she uses a timeout unless it becomes a tie game again. Janasic delivers it over one more time. Young for Gianna Bogdanovich, and Bogdanovich will end it! The power of number 10 is too much, and Marlington sweeps West Branch. 25-19 your final in set number 3.
And how about that? The Marlington Dukes, again, we expect it to be a little bit more competitive. One team, the Marlington Dukes 9-2, the Warriors 9-5. Both have at least 5 wins in the EBC. That's more than anyone else. 2 great teams here, but I mean, the Marlington Dukes just showed absolute domination all throughout. The first set was pretty close, 25-21. The second one was all Dukes, 25-16. The final one, in which the Dukes closed it out, was 25-19. I mean, it was a great showing for the Marlington Dukes, no doubt.
Well, one final time, we will toss things over to our sponsors. Then we will be back on to announce our player of the game, presented by SmeeSports. You are watching OHSAA Girls Volleyball on SmeeSports in partnership with Spectrum Channel 1022 Alliance.
With 8 years of real estate experience and deep roots in Alliance, Heather Prince is more than just your local realtor. She's a proud graduate of Alliance High School and the University of Mount Union. She is also a lifelong supporter of her community. As a dedicated Homes for Heroes affiliate, Heather is honored to give back to those who serve. Teachers, healthcare professionals, firefighters, and EMTs, along with law enforcement who buy or sell a home with Heather, will receive a special reward check after closing. A heartfelt thank you for their service. Local, loyal, here for our heroes. Thinking of making a move? Contact Heather today. Heather Prince with Howard Hanna Real Estate Services, your hometown real estate experts.
Welcome back to the Duke Dome, and love's in the air here. It is HOCO season, and there is Callie Young, the senior setter, getting her HOCO proposal, and it looks like a yes from our angle.
Yeah, and how about the W Riz there on the sideline? I mean, this is what you love to see at a volleyball game. The fans are out, love is in the air. It's just a great time to be in the Duke Dome right now.
And Marlington pride is also in the air. A 3-0 sweep of the West Branch Warriors. Your player of the game presented by SmeeSports, Gianna Bogdanovich. Consistency was there, power was there. She was the heartbeat of the team, and she ended the match. She sealed the sweep, and overall, she dominated.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't think I could have said it any better myself. She was definitely very consistent throughout. She had the power, she had the precision, like we said. She switched it up, she has the versatility, and she has the clutch gene. She closed the game out, she won it for the Dukes, and completed the sweep against one of the best teams, if not the second best team now in the EBC.
And with this win, 7-0 in conference, win one of your final three. And once again, for the 9th straight season, Marlington will be your EBC champions. And at the same time, one more loss for West Branch, and the conference is theirs. But you know how Marlington operates, Cooper. They want to win it on their own terms.
Yeah, absolutely. And I know you mentioned the Duke spirit down there. I believe I see a very neon orange wig, and that's definitely a beautiful sight here.
And I do. I think that's a good segue into our PSAs to end the broadcast. To stay up to date on all the games that we are covering, follow SmeeSports on Instagram and SmeeFest 2024 on Twitter. As well, subscribe down below to the SmeeSports YouTube channel. Enable push notifications to be notified when we upload or go live. Our goal is 5,000 subscribers by the end of this calendar year. Hopefully, we will hit that tonight. If you're new, go down below and subscribe. There is no added cost, and it greatly helps on all we do. Once we hit that, the new goal becomes 5,250 subscribers. Once again, when I came to Mount Union last August, less than 100 subscribers. And now here we are knocking on the door of 5,000. Truly grateful for all of the support, especially over the past couple of weeks. We thank all of you. It has been such a fun ride. But Cooper, this is only the start. And as well, make sure you follow us on all of our social media pages at SmeeSports on Instagram, SmeeFest 2024 on Twitter, SmeeSports LLC on LinkedIn, and on Facebook. Facebook becoming a big marketing tool for us, so make sure you stay up to date with us on Facebook. You might think, okay, why is Facebook a big market for you? The sharing aspect. And as well, if you want to share our broadcast links on Facebook, always a great spot to get more viewers. The more viewers, the more we can do. And we want to do all that we can for these communities, whether it be Cleveland or Stark County. I think the goal for basketball season is to get around that 50 number. It's a lot, but we did 38 last year, keep in mind. Sprinkle in a couple extra, and we're there.
Absolutely. I mean, I'm very excited for basketball season. Smee, I know you are. Basketball season is going to be great, especially with the competitiveness of the Stark County area.
And on top of that, Cleveland, the 13 games at the NEO Youth League Christmas Classic, that in its own right is going to be fun. But that'll do it for us here at Marlington High School. It is a sweep for the Marlington Dukes, 3-0 over the West Branch Warriors. For Cooper Fontaine, I am Nathan Smee saying so long from Marlington, and we will see you tomorrow live at 6:30 p.m. as the Minerva Lions play host to the Marlington Dukes in a girls soccer match. But this has been OHSAA Volleyball on SmeeSports in partnership with Spectrum Channel 1022 Alliance. Thank you all for tuning in, and we will see you again next time.